One of the other things worth noting is that these little pins going through the connectors can be a source of problem. In other words, wiggle the card this way, your notes pop out. Wiggle it the other way, they pop in. And so you'll have to check them. They should be sprayed with a contact cleaner, which was done in this particular instance. And you can also tell that these particular cards are voltage sensitive in the flip-flops. But basically it means that if your power supply down here is having some problems with its regulator, and it's not exactly 6 volts or 9 volts or whatever it is that it runs at, you'll find that the higher voltage will cause the flip-flops to operate at a different position setting with the bias pot. And when the voltage falls, the bias pot will act as if it's misadjusted. You may not get any notes in a particular instance. What you should do is go for the lowest possible note in the octave and then adjust the bias pot so that the lowest note comes through. The reason for that is that there is more than one possible setting, and the problem is that under certain circumstances, out of the 5 flip-flops, 4 of them may operate, but the 5th one may be a little hesitant. So you want to go for the lowest note, since that's the last flip-flop. And so therefore you should adjust it for its lowest output note. And then generally it should be fairly stable. And what you want to do is, before you make these adjustments, you want the equipment to be warmed up for about 20 minutes before you start tweaking everything. The reason is that these are germanium. They have some leakage characteristics and some thermal characteristics where they don't actually get settled in until they warm up for a little while. So 20 minutes is about right. And you might find something that doesn't quite sound right, and you may want to tune it. Wait the 20 minutes, and if she's in tune at the end of the 20 minutes, then what you have is oscillator drift. If you don't need to tune it, be considered it lucky. You can have a transistor in the oscillator, like something like that, where the oscillator is out of tune when it's first turned on. 20 minutes later, it's perfectly tuned. This especially is true if you're taking the Vox on the road and it's been in an ice-cold van overnight. So when you get to your gig, you want to make sure that it warms up to room temperature, about 70 degrees or so, and then worry about its tuning after it's been on for 20 minutes. Okay, that just about wraps it up.